AK Unicorn.
Hey guys. So this week, ignore my nails. They are currently in transition from one nail to the other, so ignore this. But this week, I'm going to do something a little bit different because I am recovering from surgery. So Jazza, for those of you who don't know who uh, this is just my rendering. That's not actually what he looks like. So he posted a video about the current tariffs that are happening here. I'm not going to get into that. This is not a political channel, but this is Jazza's Customize It kit. He was saying that he is trying to get these out of his warehouse and clear them out. So he had a fire sale. This is the Jazza X Muse kits special collaboration. And so he was asking everyone if they could please purchase one to clear out the warehouse so he can move on. All about helping other artists who need it. So let's take everything out of this box and then we're going to come back to it and we'll talk about a little bit about some of these things. We're going to do some swatching and then we're going to do some watching and we'll have a good time. So let's get into this. So first, let's take a look at some stats. So here is the package that it's advertised at. The fire sales was for $29 for the kit. Now, I understand why he needed to move these so quickly. Since filming this, it is actually no longer available. The page cannot even be found for the fire sale. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he sold out. I do not have confirmation of that, but I'm hoping that that is the case because I'm hoping that he sold everything that he needed to sell with this particular product in order to make the money. Now, he has a big project coming out, and I'm looking forward to it. And I really hope that he can get it out and this tariff situation will get sorted so he can um, put out the products that he's been working on for a while now. So when you first open up the kit, you got to customize it guidebook, if you will. So I'm going to move this out of the way and then we're going to just take these out one by one so we can look at them. So here's the guidebook. Um, really great graphics. It says everything you need to know to make amazing custom creations. I'm not going to go through this whole book, but basically it shows you the pens that come in here and some expert tips and some really cool like art hacks and stuff like that. And then it says that if you buy this to share your creations with the hashtag customize it kit. So I will definitely be doing that after we finish this here. So let's get into this box. I'm excited to see a bunch of these things because I have seen a couple other content creators um, unboxing this box and I was very excited. I wanted it anyway, but once he dropped the price and said he needed help, I was 100% for getting this box. So here are the old school skateboards. These are like the tech decks, but they are plain, so you can put your own skateboard art. I've always wanted to do skateboard art, but I was always scared to like ruin a skateboard because they're like not cheap. But this is kind of a cool way to like experiment with it and then maybe make it bigger. It also comes with this brush set here. Comes with 3 brushes and you can see what the sizes are here and then it'll show you on the actual back what the actual brushes are. But here there's a flat, 2 flats, and then an angled brush. So very exciting. They're really nice quality. I did take them out of the package after this. Also some pop sockets, some plain pop sockets. That's kind of awesome. I love that for us. I love that for me because I'm gonna go ham with those. This is a cute bamboo container. I'm gonna assume that this can also be customized, but I kind of feel bad putting anything on the bamboo, to be honest. And inside are a pair of sunglasses, some cute little sunnies that are also bamboo and completely customizable. I love that. I love that this container is easy to open, but also to close again. I feel like I'll probably use the container for something different than the sunglasses, though. Here's also a clear varnish here. That's exciting. And oh my gosh, these are cute little pins. They're just pin backs. And gesso, some gesso primer. I love me some gesso. I had never used gesso until this year, and I'm obsessed now. I don't know how I lived without it. I don't know what I was doing with my life. But anyway, there's also this completely plain white infinity cube. That is awesome. You can customize all the sides. That sounds like so much fun, but also a little bit of anxiety there because I'm wondering if like it would wear off like when you're playing with it and stuff. But we'll see. There's also this. Now, at first I thought this was for the sunglasses, but it has cute little ears on it, like a little bear ears. And I was like trying to figure it out, and I realized I think it's for like brushes or like little supplies. I love this. My daughter will love it. I'm going to paint it for her. Also, here is a plain white notebook. I have not opened it. I have not tried the paper yet or anything, but I'm excited for that. And in here, looks like we have a tumbler. Yes, it's a tumbler. I'm gonna guess it's either metal or white. Yes, it is a completely white tumbler. I love this. Ugh. And then here we have something I was super excited about. These are the shrink film. I have never used a shrink film before, and that's exactly what we're gonna do here in this video today, is I'm gonna use this shrink film for the first time. So let me get all of this off my desk and let's get started with our swatching. So here's my notebook. You guys have already all seen it. I don't know if you guys could see the cute little in the corner, top right corner here. I have a little homage to Drawing with Waffles. She's one of my favorite artists on here, and I can't wait for her to come back to YouTube. Here's our picture from last week, and here's a fresh page. So let's get all these markers out of the package. So there's a pastel, there's a neon, and then there's like a regular basic color set. So I'm going to take them all out and then we will start swatching. Here are all of our pastels. These are the neons and the basics. So let me move them over here. Get them out of the way. I'm going to try to go in kind of rainbowish color order because that's me. Here's the outside, so it tells you the color, and then it has little instructions on um, what you need to do to prep it. So I'm going to go ahead and prep them and edit some of my prepping out of this video so you don't have to watch all that. But it does say shake really well. And then it says to prime it up and then time to swatch. Announcer, can you help me out here?
Swatching time!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's get into some swatching. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and I'm going to put on some music for you. So enjoy. Now that we've swatched all the colors, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick sketch just so I can test out all the colors and see how they look and how they work together and how they layer and all the fun stuff. So I'm gonna do a quick drawing and coloring, and yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna put the music back on. Okay, bye. So off screen, I did test the white on top of the rose pink just to see, but these are the colors we got. I will say that the pastel lilac did kind of have like a weird texture to it after, but I think it was because I didn't prime it properly. So here is my County Fair Cutie. So she is one of my coloring pages for May, and she is currently available on my website. I will link them below. There are 3 pages for May, and there are also 3 from April if you're interested, but they are more of an April Easter theme. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her on this shrink film because I want to make a little keychain, and I'm just gonna see how that turns out. So let's do some line work, and then I'm going to go back in with the color, and I'm hoping that I'm doing this in the right order because I've never done this before, so we'll see. I'm gonna be real honest, I have no idea what happened, but I lost some footage here. I'm not sure where it went. I have looked for it. I found a file that's corrupt and would not load. I'm going to assume that's the file for this. So the rest of this from both angles and then the middle section is completely missing, but it is what it is. You see where we have arrived. You see where we were going with this. So I think we'll be okay. So I'll say these are super smooth. I love how they go on to the shrink film. Like it, I thought that it was going to be really streaky. It is one of those situations where if you go over something like too many times, after it's already dried, it will start scraping off of the film. So you just have to be very careful to color the section you're coloring. And if you're going to blend colors or whatever, do it while it's still wet because if you try to do it once it's dried, it will start scraping off the other color that's already there or the same color or whatever. I made that mistake a couple times here, but I figured it out. Um, I have some minor mistakes that I felt like I made. I really should have gone in with the complete liner first. I did some liner afterwards, and then I realized that it's not going to show up on the other side, which is, I believe, supposed to be the side that's supposed to be like the side you're actually looking at once it's done. I'm unsure on that, but as you can see, I went over it and then realized that as you can see the lines here, you cannot see the lines on the other side. So it did no good for me to fix all these lines on this side. So I'm just wasting my own time right here. But at least it looked cohesive on one side and all the lines were on one side. So now I know going forward, I'm going to try the shrink film in the future. And if you guys want to see that video, I'll make that for you. I did realize as we were coming to the end of this that if I wanted the eye shine to show on the other side, that I needed to put the white shine down first on her eyes before I put the green on top for her green eyes. So I did that and it did show up pretty well. It wasn't as bright as I would have liked it to have been and not as like ping as I would have wanted it to be, but it still looks good. So you'll see once I finish the eye here, when I flip it over, you'll see that the white does show through. However, on her little boba tea, I did the white on this side, but it didn't show through to the other side. And then some of her facial features were missing on this other side, but they're on this side. So now I know, and this is just a learning experience. I didn't mention that I did punch holes in the top right corner before I started. I did three little holes that made kind of like a little, almost like a Mickey Mouse. It wasn't meant to be Mickey Mouse, but a little Mickey Mouse thing. This is what it looks like after preheating 350 degrees for 4 minutes. This is what it looked like when it came out of the oven. Not sure what happened here. I understand that it shrunk, but for some reason the paint like turned to dust, but I was able to just brush it off, and then I Mod Podged the side that had the paint so the paint couldn't scratch off. And you can see my little holes. Those were made with a hole punch. So that's how small they became, but I think that it'll be perfect for a keychain. So I just have to sand the edges because they are really, really sharp. So be advised on that one. They are super, super sharp. But look how tiny it is. It literally fits in my hand when it was like bigger than my hand before. So here is the finished product. Hope you like it. Bye.